Is Godforge going to be different than the other gacha games out there? I believe so. In this video, I'll show you some of the best things they are bringing to the genre. Let's get into it. What's up guys, Ramsey here, back for another Godforge video. I've mentioned this before, but I was a content creator for RaidShadowLegends for over 6 years. So believe me, I've seen it all and I've tried a bunch of different games in the same genre. And I truly believe Godforge is going to be one of the best one out there. In this video, I just want to show you about 6 to 7 things they are bringing to the table that I think are going to make this game amazing. Let's get into it. What you see right now is footage from alpha, so please do not judge the game from the alpha footage. It looks pretty bad right here, but I trust me, they've made some huge improvement and the game is going to look amazing once it comes out about a month or two. Let's start with quality of life improvement. They are doing some amazing things, guys. At the end of the video, I will show you the one thing that is going to be amazing in this game that's made me so crazy on RaidShadowLegends for the past 6 years. But right now, looking at some quality of life improvement. Now, do keep in mind, this is a Hero Collector Gacha game, so there will be monetization involved. The game, you know, they will try to make money, but I promise you they are a community first game. I will show you that at the end. But also, they're doing some great stuff about all the summoning rates and the mercy system, all that stuff that we will mention right after. We're now looking at quality of life improvement. So that's one of the things that was shared recently on the Fateless YouTube channel. As you can see here, we will be able to farm books to some extent. I think there will be a limit. In my experience with RaidShadowLegends, once I became a once I became an official content creator for them, they were sending me legendary books every week. So it became very easy to book my champions. All the time before that, booking legendary champion, especially as a free-to-play or a low spender, was a nightmare. And you all know that booking champions is really important, usually either to reduce the cooldown of an ability or to increase chances of placing debuff. Then you can also increase damage, but usually the first two are kind of the most important. So having an option here where we can actually farm pages, and then these pages, you can turn them into books. I think that's an amazing quality of life improvement that they're going to have in the game. Now, it may be a bit limited. You may not be able to farm indefinitely. It may be limited to where you can only farm so many per week or per month or whatever. Maybe there's a cooldown on it. I don't know. But, you know, having some sources of books in the game plus being able to farm a couple that way, I think is such an amazing feature. Speaking of amazing quality of life improvement, guys, I'm going to kind of hide Simon behind me. Look at this. Do you see what's going on here? Do you guys see what's happening here? We can exclude stats. So as you can see here, we can exclude the speed stat. Why is this amazing? I cannot tell you how many times, again, in RaidShadowLegends, I've wanted to take all of my banners, knowing that my inbox is completely full, of course, or my storage, sorry, just having all of my banners, and I wanted to keep only the one that had a speed substat. So in this case here, I can do exactly this. I can actually select all of my items that have speed as a substat and only see the rest that does not have the speed stat, for instance, and delete or sell everything. So I think that's an amazing quality of life improvement as well. They're bringing a ton of other stuff as well, guys. If you look at my previous videos during alpha, about leveling champions, a lot of things to make everything quicker and easier and faster, and they're really doing a lot of good things. They also have a really cool chat where you can link your Discord Pantheon to the chat and that stuff. So they're really trying to make it as easy as possible and as player friendly. I'm not sure what the term is, but just making everything super easy, and that's super important for that type of games. Second point, guys, I want to talk about drop rates and mercy system. Again, it's a gacha game. You know, if you're a low spender or whatever, or you want to spend money on the game, you'll be able to buy stones. They are making it to where it's a lot more pay to fast focus. So if you want to spend money, you will get quicker, you'll go faster in the game. But they're really trying to refrain the pay to win aspect, where if you spend money, you're going to win everything in PvP battles, right? But they really listen to the community, and I'll talk about that a bit later in the video. But basically here we have the drop rates, which at first glance are similar to RaidShadowLegends, which and they're also similar to most of the games out there in the genre. So the rates themselves, they're not that bad. In the other games, they are not all of them, but in Raid again, for instance, they are really bad because also the sources of shards are really low. In this game, we don't know again how much shards we're going to get on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, but they're doing a lot of really good things to kind of offset and compensate on the rates. First off, there is what they call an ecosystem, which will allow you every couple weeks or every couple months, based on how many shards you open, you then get echo fragments, and you can actually use those to summon a duplicate champion of a champion you already have. So you can do that with epic champions or legendary champions, maybe even rares. But basically, that will allow you to really choose which duplicate you get instead of having random duplicate champions that you don't want to use. Very important for this game because you can awaken champions up to level 5, and obviously the higher you awaken them, the stronger they get. So being able to just, every month or every couple months, you can get the same duplicate champion and max them out to level awakening 5. Amazing feature. Also, what they are doing here is they have a guaranteed mercy. So the mercy, again, I believe is about the same as RaidShadowLegends. So 207 for legendary or 27 for legendary based on the rarity of the stone. But in Raid, once you get to that number, then it's an increased chances as you keep opening. Here, it's guaranteed. Once you get to that 200 or that 20, you guaranteed your legendary champion. They also show it to you in the game. It will tell you when you're summoning, you missing 150 shards before your guaranteed legendary, for instance. So very, very cool features, I think. But also, guys, look up here. Mortal stones, so that's the green stone, it's like the lower value stones. We can actually get epic and legendaries from them. Extremely low chances, right? It may never happen. You may have an account for years and it may never happen, but imagine it happens. I did mention in my previous video, there are a lot of free-to-play, low-spender strategies when we have to do some type of event where they want us to open stones, where you can save up a bunch of the mortal stones in that case. You save up 1,000 or 2,000, and it's one mortal stone gets you 1 point for that event or that tournament. In this case, it's super boring, super long, you get absolutely nothing. But in this game, once in a while, very rare again, but you will be able to pull an epic or legendary, which will be amazing. Imagine you're there opening 2,000 mortal stones to finish your event and suddenly you get a legendary out of it. Amazing, amazing. So that's regarding the rates, which again, I think they did really well. They did really well looking at this, listening to the community again about all the rates and the summoning stuff. Now, another really cool feature that they're bringing to the game is the ultimate. The ultimate to me is a really cool thing for 2 reasons. One, you can use it out of turn. So as you can see here, this is footage from Alpha again. As you can see here, I have this guy glowing blue. Even though it's not his turn, as you can see up here, it's Anubis' turn. I can actually select this guy and use his ultimate ability, which is going to be usually the strongest ability they have. So really cool. So how do you get that ultimate? To get that ultimate, you need divinity. So divinity, to get divinity, which then gives you ultimate, you need initiative stats. So if we look at Season right here is one of the champion, as you can see, again, we have similar stats than we do in Raid, but we do have that new stat here called initiatives, right? By the way, guys, a lot of people criticize the game for being so similar to Raid, and it is in a lot of ways. They have the core gameplay is very similar, but honestly, I love RaidShadowLegends, and RaidShadowLegends is so popular that if they do something that's very close to Raid but better, why would you complain and not want that game? I am super excited just because it's similar to Raid with a lot of differences, of course, you know, those features that I'm talking about in this video and all the new features that I'm going to talk in the rest of the video, but also, you know, the art direction is different, and the design of the champions or the bosses is different, and they're adding a bunch of new stuff. So I don't get all the people that are like, oh, it's a copy of Raid, I'm not even going to try the game. I'm telling you guys, if you like Raid, you are going to love this. Anyways, initiative, it's a new style. Basically, the more initiative you have, the quicker you're gonna get your ultimate. Why it's super interesting, again, you can use the ultimate out of turn, which you can do crazy combo with that. You can save your ultimate if you want until the last wave or until the boss. But also in Raid, again, and again, I'm mentioning Raid because I've been playing for 6 years, but same with the other games, we have speed tuning going on, right? So in all those games, we have the speed tuning so that we can, you know, farm content in auto battles. We have a team with very specific teams, very specific speed, sorry, playing in specific orders to, you know, do much damage or whatever, kill the boss in full auto. Now in this game, we can also do initiative tuning, right? Because of that new stat. So there will be strategies, and I think it's going to be a lot more complicated, but there are some very smart people out there that can actually do a mix of speed and initiative tuning to where we can do some crazy combo and strategies. So a lot of theory crafting that needs to go into that, of course, but I think it's giving us really endless opportunity in terms of, you know, build crafting and building teams and all that stuff. Speaking of that, one of the best feature, if not the best feature from this game, in my opinion, is the imprint system. So the imprint system, I'll show you right here, is basically what you can do. There will be a way to farm them on some level, I'm sure, but the main way to get an imprint is to destroy a champion. So you can take one of your champion, select it, and destroy it to get his imprint. So the imprint is basically a weaker version of a passive champion. In this game, all of the champions have a passive ability, and basically you can destroy the champion to extract that passive. And then what you can do is actually put that imprint that you just pulled, put it on a weapon, and then equip the weapon on another champion. So again, it's kind of tying into the initiative tuning for the ultimate in terms of build crafting, team composition, all that stuff, and speed tuning and whatnot. But now we can actually take those imprints or those passives, put them on a weapon, which the weapons themselves give you another bonus as well as stat bonuses, and then you put it on another champion, right? So you can do some crazy combos. You can see right here, just footage from alpha. So some of it may have changed, but basically now I can have that weapon and I can select this imprint and put them two together, click imprint, and I will have the weapon. Let me see if I have the footage right here. Now I have the weapon with my imprint on it, and I can again level it up, rank it up, and then put it on the champion, which is crazy because then your champion has double passive, right? Your champion will have his own passive plus the imprint plus the bonus from the weapon, and again in terms of build crafting, team composition, it's crazy. And I think it's an amazing feature. I do think that when the game released for the first few months, people are going to break the game. They're going to find some crazy stuff we can do. But after a few months, after a few rebalances, of course, they will stabilize everything. But I think this is probably the best feature coming with this game. My last 2 points on this video, guys, and of course, I do want to have your opinions in the comments down below if you agree with me or not, if you have other things you are super excited about. But one of the things I want to mention is community feedback. They are actually very, very good about listening to the community, listening to the content creators' opinions, and then acting on it. Again, especially guys coming from Raid, they've done a terrible job over the years. Never listened to the community, not even listening, just hearing the feedback. I'm not talking like the community or the content creators are saying something, you have to do it. I'm just saying listening to our opinion, acknowledging our opinion, and then potentially acting on it. Raid has always been terrible about this. And if they did act on it, it was years later, right? Or sometimes never. Now, here they are a community driven game. Honestly, they've built a massive community before the game even release, and it's really cool because, guys, I'm literally texting the founder of the game. Like on Discord, I can actually go talk to him, right? I can actually go talk to some of the game designer. If we look at my this video here, this is Brad. He's one of the game designer. He was a content creator for Raid as well, but he's one of the game designer for Godforge. And like I literally sent him a text and I was like, hey, you want to make a video with me? And he was like, yeah, of course. And we made that video together. And then like Simon, who is one of the founder, I'm also like chatting with him on Discord. So they're very responsive. We have a content creator chat. All of them, and Susie, who's the community manager, of course, but they're always talking to us basically every day. And then they listen to feedback, guys. I cannot tell you since alpha how many things we told them, hey, you guys need to look at this or adjust this, and they did it. Perfect example, guys. Look at this, the drop rates. We talked about the drop rates 8 days ago. They made a video where they showed the drop rates that we talked about at the beginning of this video. And they obviously said, numbers are subject to change, but the drop rates are this and whatnot. And the numbers look pretty bad. Drop rates were similar, but there were some issues with the Mercy. The numbers were off and that stuff. And all the community was like, the drop rates are the same as RaidShadowLegends, and your Mercy is worse than RaidShadowLegends, and this is wrong and this is wrong. A week later, guys, 6 days later, this is my video from 2 days ago, they changed all the rates and they made it so much better. They kept the rates the same, but they added the fact that you can get a legendary from the Mortal Stones, and they reduced the Mercy for the legendaries and the epics. So within 6 days, guys, they literally changed a bunch of stuff just listening to feedback and the community. So honestly, just because of that, I'm very hopeful for this game. I know that, hey ladies, again, Simon, who is the founder, he was and he still is a RaidShadowLegends content creator, and he knows the pain of all the players. He's been playing for 6 years just like me, and he knows how difficult it is and how frustrating Raid can be. So he knows, right? So even though he's the founder, his goal is going to be to make a ton of money, he also knows how to find the right balance, and he has a really good team around him. Find the right balance between we need to make a ton of money, but also we need the game to be accessible for people and exciting, right? So really having that community first and listening to feedback, I think is super important. And honestly, compared to Raid, it's night and day. And just for that, I'm very hopeful for the game. Now, the last thing, guys, it's this. Number three. Do you guys know what this means? Please let me know in the comments below if you know what it means. The 3. Let's say the 3%. Do you guys know what the 3% is? Guys, crazy. The 3%. Let me explain. I don't know about other games, but in RaidShadowLegends, let's start there. To place debuff, so you have debuff, right? To place debuff, you obviously have a percentage chance to place it, right? So here we have 40%, here we have 75%. Usually you can increase that with books, which we talked about at the beginning of the video. Once you pass that first check of, yes, I have 75% chance, did I place the debuff or not? Yes. Did I pass that check? Yes or no? If it's yes, then we have to look at the accuracy of the champion trying to place the debuff versus the resistance of the enemy, right? So if you have enough accuracy compared to the resistance of the enemy and you pass the 75% check, you are going to place the blaze with Season here, for instance. With RaidShadowLegends, you could have 100% here and a bazillion accuracy, and your enemy could have absolutely zero resistance. No matter what, you always have a 3% chance of getting resisted. And this is the most frustrating thing in Raid, in my opinion. Literally, as greedy as Raid is, and as many things they do wrong, and as many things that they do really well, the 3%, guys, is the worst thing ever. In this game, unless things changes, there will not be any 3%, which means if you invest in your champion and you give them the right accuracy, you know you will be placing your debuff. Now you do have the affinity check as well. We do have different affinities, as you can see right here. So of course, if you do a weak hit against a stronger affinity, you won't place your debuff, but that's normal. But as long as you don't have the weak hit and you have enough accuracy and you pass the percentage check from your ability, guys, you will absolutely place your debuff no matter what. And I think to me that is game changer, because in Raid it's honestly the most frustrating thing from Raid. Honestly, I just can't stand that, and it's been there since the beginning and they have no intention of ever changing it. So game changer here, I think, in my opinion, just guaranteeing you're gonna place the debuff as long as you have enough accuracy. So it's like, you know, if you invest the stat in the champion, you are going to be rewarded for it, and I think it's great. Anyways, guys, I keep rambling, but these are kind of like the 6 things that I'm the most excited about from Godforge. A lot of other things coming up. We haven't seen a lot of the game. Again, it's coming out in about a month or two. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm super pumped for it, super excited, ready for a change, ready for something new. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next Godforge video.